The Swapper is an indie puzzle platformer developed by Finnish developer Facepalm Games, which was just 2 students at a time. This is amazing because they created one of the most atmospheric games that I have ever had the luck of playing, that competes easily with AAA titles on so many different levels. The game is set in the distant future, where the resources of Earth are exhausted and the human race sets out to explore the stars. Without going into the details, the game plays on a derelict space station where something went clearly wrong. The setting reminded me a bit of Alien and Dead Space, despite not being quite as intensive as the aforementioned titles. What you need to know, that there is quite an intensive gripping story with an interesting conclusion told mainly through logs. It is possible to miss the story almost entirely while playing, and then you will be forced to either Google what exactly happened or replay it a second time like me. The lonely atmosphere that is achieved via a clever story, colors and sounds will grip you and will not let you go until the very last puzzle is solved. The game itself is organized in a Metrovania-like map, the space station, that has paths that are locked away by doors for which a certain number of orbs are required in order to pass. Why these paths were sealed away, it's never really revealed. I guess we should not delve into video game logic too much. This is, however, not a Metrovania game. It is a linear game with some optional areas. Progress is not achieved via exploration, but puzzle solving similar to Portal. And just like in Portal, you get the Swapper gun at the very beginning of the game, after which your character stops progressing in terms of abilities. The gameplay is quite simple. Besides your basic movement, you have a cloning gun that has 2 functions. 1, it creates up to 4 clones that mimic your every move, meaning if you go left, they go left, and when you jump, they jump. 2, it can transfer your consciousness among your clones. This is called swapping within the game. In some rooms, you cannot use all your abilities, as your gun is blocked by some lights. Blue lights block your ability to create clones, while red lights restrict your ability to swap among them. Purple lights are a combination of blue and red. For the later puzzles, you will need to use all your clones and use your ability to swap frequently in order to get through the challenges, complicated by multiple switches, gravity pads and lights. You will also leave hundreds of clones dead, as they are used as a resource of trial and error. For me, this did lit up a slight feeling of guilt towards my digital doppelgangers, but hey, the ends justify the means, right? Unless you don't know what you're doing and why. I should have read those logs the first time.
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time. Why not?
One of the strongest elements of this game is its art. The graphics are beautifully crafted with beautiful fore and backgrounds. Apparently a lot of the art was designed by the use of clay, giving the digitalized elements a very tangible feel and to the game a very unique art direction. The sounds are absolutely amazing and fit well the futuristic space station. However, for me personally, what made this game so memorable was its hauntingly beautiful music, with fantastic piano pieces furthering the sense of mystery and loneliness. In conclusion, the Swapper is a great game while it lasts. And here comes the biggest weakness of this game, its length and replayability. The game lasts only around 3-4 hours if you play it thoroughly without outside help, and the puzzles are only fun until you do not know the solution. There were unfortunately only a very few puzzles where I actually needed more than a couple of tries to get through. With that being said, those few puzzles that really challenged me were very memorable. Overall, I recommend this great game highly, despite its shortness, as the content is definitely worth it, even at full price. It gets a score 8 out of 10.